So Disneyland is known as the happiest place on earth, but not everyone that comes here usually leaves with a smile on their face. Like Steve-O, who says, we went to Disneyland October 7th and 8th and the crowds were too insane. They would have to reduce capacity by 25% to make it more enjoyable. Every ride was an hour plus wait time. They should rename Disneyland to Lineup Land. Or Betty Beto who complains, still long lines over 1 hour wait for 5 seconds a ride, OMG. For real and so expensive. I remember those day one park, all of they are 2 row and is Tuesday supposed to be better? Not to mention Patricio who says, get ready to ride old school attractions that break up after you wait for at least 30 minutes. They will take all your money. Needless to say, these people weren't very happy. So we're gonna go on some of the rides to see if their reviews are accurate or not.
So starting off our list with the 5th worst ride at Disneyland is Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin. My family always goes on this ride, so I don't like to see it this low, but let's read the reviews. George Williams says, terrible ride, confusing ride without a storyline, uncomfortable cars, glad we had a fast pass because I really would have been annoyed to wait. Lance says, they censor Jessica Rabbit to appease the Puritans. We're gonna see, did they censor Jessica Rabbit? Do they have uncomfortable cars? We'll find out right now. All right, so we just got out of Roger Rabbit. I'll be honest, I remember a lot better from my childhood. It was pretty cramped. I'm also a lot larger than I was as a child. And I think I spent about 50% of the ride backwards. That could have been my own fault because I didn't spin the car, but yeah, it was not a good time. I think it is appropriately ranked, unfortunately. And yeah, I couldn't tell you what the story was about.
All right, and now on to the 4th worst ride at Disneyland. We have Autopia. So Chris and Farouk hate this ride. Chris says, it's just a car exhaust simulator. The ride is on tracks, is slow and jolty, and the only reason I'd see why you want to ride it is if you have a gasoline fetish. Farouk says, this ride sucks, which was short and the steering was trash. It wasn't fun at all. So let's go ride Autopia. Guys, just got off Autopia. Chris was right. If you have a gas fetish, you're gonna love that ride. So much gas fumes, so stank. It was pretty good. I think I have a gasoline fetish.
Disneyland Monorail is the 3rd worst reviewed ride in all of Disneyland. According to Mary, the people working the monorail have no clue what they're doing, and my family had to wait 3 times as long as we should have. We're gonna go on the monorail to see how it is.
Aboard the Disneyland Disney District, and the Disneyland Monorail comes to a complete stop at the monorail station, where you can dive into a fantastic underwater adventure aboard the Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. Across the way are the icy...
So Mary said the people working the monorail have no clue what they're doing. I didn't find this to be true. Everyone seemed to be pretty organized and know exactly what they were supposed to do. She also said my family had to wait 3 times as long as we should have. I think it only took us like 10 minutes. People moved in and out really quickly, so I also don't think that's true at all. Honestly, I think the monorail is pretty great. It's a classic, gets you from point A to point B. It's well air conditioned and there's a lot of air going in as opposed to what you might think. So overall, I think it's a pretty great ride. 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 stars for it.
Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage has the dishonor of being in the top 2 worst Disneyland rides according to Google. Bob K says, do not ride this ride. Even with an innocuous 20-minute wait, this thing will suck a painful hour from an otherwise wonderful day at Disneyland. Unless your kid loves Finding Nemo, you will be disappointed. Kylie O says, not a fan of this ride at all. Super disappointing because the storyline and graphics are super cute. Don't go on this if you're claustrophobic because the seats are so close together and it always smells like a wet locker room inside.
Many creatures can be found commuting in this current, including the majestic sea turtle. Secure all stations. I found you!
Hey, Dad! You should have seen me surf the volcano!
Oh, give me some fed. Noggin.
Okay, so we just got off the ride. Personally, I don't like this ride, but it is pretty claustrophobic. It didn't smell bad, which was nice. We happened to see the thermostat at 67 degrees. That was good. It was a comfortable temperature. The 1-year-old seemed to like it. All right, you guys, and now on to the worst rated ride of Disneyland according to Disneyland park goers. We are going on Pinocchio. So Joshua Chow really hates this ride. He says emotionally scarring for all ages. We'll see about that.
Working for me. Look out!
All right, you guys. Yeah, that was pretty emotionally scarring. It was a lot darker than I remember it being. But honestly, it's a dark ride, so it's kind of meant to be that way. But yeah, Joshua has a point. I will say that right now. Joshua has a point. At least it ends good versus Mr. Toad's Wild Ride that ends in hell.
So today we rode some of the worst reviewed rides at Disneyland, and we tried all of them and looked at the 1-star reviews. And although some of them need quite a few changes, they still got that Disney charm to them. And we thought they were still pretty great. Albeit, like I said, just a few changes that got to get made. So yeah, that's going to do it from us. Until next time, we're going to do the 5 best reviewed rides at Disneyland. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.